Hi everybody, welcome back to 10 Minute Reviews. This is Freya, I'm Jason, and I'm bringing you today's episode, Freya. And today, I'm going to talk about a book again, shockingly enough. Don't forget, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. For every like or for every subscribe, we're going to go ahead and give this one 10 belly rubs. She gets very excited at those, as you may have noticed. We're this is our small little family passion project, so please give us a subscribe, give us a like. We're going to be posting a lot of videos. Reading is what we do, as you can see from the small portion of our personal library that is behind us. So for today, I want to talk about an older book. We're going back into probably into the 70s, actually. Very, very well-known author, very prolific author, into a genre we've only touched on once before, Westerns. And I want to talk about Louis L'Amour. And I'm going to talk about one of my personal favorites, the Sackett Brand. So anybody who has read any Louis L'Amour knows all about the Sacketts. So as usual, I'm going to break it down into 4 things: the world, the character or characters, the plot, and the writing style. So the world is very, very simple. The world for most of Louis L'Amour's Western books, hey Fuzzy, is the Old West. Is the Old West, late 1800s, roughly. Some of his books come about a little bit later, but most of them late 1800s, sometimes mid or early 1800s, but mostly late 1800s. And the characters. This book focuses on one character in the main, William Tell Sackett. However, the main character of this book might actually be the Sackett family as a whole. So for people that are familiar with Louis L'Amour, they've definitely run into the Sacketts many, many, many times. The Sacketts show up in a lot of his books. They're basically the old Kentucky, West Virginia type feuding, fighting clan. But he covers them as a family that's just going out west to make their fortunes and to improve themselves. William Tell, the main character in this book, has 2 brothers, Orrin and Ty. That one is a lawyer and eventual politician. The other one is a sheriff. And William Tell is basically just a rancher, a prospector, a miner, whatever he feels like doing. He tends to wander in all of his books. All of them are excellent gunfighters, because again, this is Louis L'Amour. Just about everybody in his books is an excellent gunfighter. But the Sackett family as a whole, the Sackett clan, tends to come out in this book. That's why it's called the Sackett Brand. And it talks about the whole family. Now, many, many, many portions of this family have popped up in other books. You've got Nolan Sackett and his brother, whose name suddenly escapes me for whatever reason. You even have the Talons, although they don't show up in this book, as kind of an offshoot branch, kin of the Sacketts. You've got Orlando Sackett. You've got Parmalee Sackett from the Flatland Sacketts. Very wealthy. You've got all these Sacketts. So the plot for the Sackett Brand is pretty basic. It's actually a continuation of some of the other stories, especially with William Tell. In previous books starring William Tell, he eventually ended up meeting his eventual wife. They fell in love. They ended up getting married. And the Sackett Brand kind of starts out along those lines. He's going to try and sell a herd. He runs across basically your evil cattle rancher who turns out to be basically a rapist. And he tries to assault William Tell's wife. She fights him off. He kills her. So William Tell, being a feud and fight in Sackett, is of course not having any of that. And along with that, this cattleman knows that he needs to wipe Tell off the map. Unfortunately, he doesn't quite realize what he has bitten off. Definitely more than he could chew. Because the thing about the Sacketts, part of their rule as a clan, you scratch one Sackett, you scratch them all. You hurt one Sackett, you hurt them all. One thing they make very, very clear in this book is that even if he were to have managed to have taken out William Tell, he still would not have lived very long. And that actually becomes kind of my favorite part of the book. It's about halfway through the book where it occurs, where the word is starting to spread. The word is starting to spread, and it's just talked about in bars, talked about in saloons, just along the herding trails of this cattleman that has a problem with a Sackett and is trying to kill a Sackett. And William Tell, the name comes out a few times, and as this spreads around, makes it all the way many states away to the family, to the brothers, who instantly saddle up, start riding. It makes its way out to small bars along the Outlaw Trail, which is where Nolan Sackett hears about it. He's a distant cousin and an outlaw. He immediately starts riding. A small little bar somewhere. Orlando Sackett hears about it with his partner, the Tinker. They immediately start riding. So basically, you've just got this clan that's starting to converge on the site where this cattleman is trying to kill William Tell. And then that leads to a pretty awesome closing act, a pretty awesome culmination where everything that could possibly go wrong for this guy goes wrong. No matter where he turns, he runs into another Sackett that just ruins his day. So that is the plot line. As far as the writing style goes, Louis L'Amour had a kind of a dry, laconic wit to him, and his writing style, it's short, as you see. This is a very thin book. Almost all his westerns were approximately this thickness. They're all very, very, very short. 150 pages or so. Very easy reads, very entertaining reads. One thing Louis L'Amour was known for was he actually would go out and ride the trails that he writes about. So he was very, very familiar with the Old West and writes it very, very well. From a romanticized point of view, of course, very, very romanticized point of view, but some parts of how he writes are very, very accurate to the Old West. So if you enjoy Westerns, you got to check out Louis L'Amour and the Sackett Brand, my favorite of the entire Sackett series. Absolutely phenomenal, because it finally brings so many of them together. I guess I just like the team-up books. So yeah, there you guys go. Thank you everybody for watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, because all the subscribers are going to get this one belly rubs. And thank you again. We will catch you guys next time. Bye now.